Before we start, please don't take any of this too personally, if you are one of the types. In this video we discuss our least to most favorite MBTI types. We take into consideration what we like and dislike about them. So this evaluation is highly subjective. What type do you dislike most? Tell us in the comments. Please click the like button to support our channel. We create original content every day, so if you want to stay in touch, make sure to subscribe. Now on to our list. Number 16, ESTJ. Nightmare alert. To us, ESTJs come off as sadistic, but also conservative for the wrong reasons. They would probably torture people if someone gave them the order to do so. We try very hard not to be too harsh with the ESTJs, however we are very concerned about these types. If you are an ESTJ watching this, please tell us that you guys are not all that bad. Although we think that ESTJs will not really care about our opinion. Number 15, ESTP. They are said to be energetic, rational and practical. Donald Trump is an ESTP. If we meet one by accident, we generally don't expect much intellectual depth, or any basic empathy for that matter. And that, dear friends, is a big understatement. But we might ask an ESTP to introduce us to everyone at the party, because they are so great at networking. Although chances are, we won't ever go to the same party. Number 14, ISTP. Much like ESTPs, ISTPs are pretty insensitive. They might be great at handling crisis situations, but they also engage in risky behavior just for the fun of it. There is no philosophy behind their actions. Being an S-type and a T-type must be so weird. But then again, who are we to judge? This entire video is just our opinion. And we probably wouldn't get along with ISTP types. Number 13, ISTJ. This is a father figure stereotype. ISTJs are very reliable and have great focus on details. But they are also judgmental, and must do everything by the book. Society needs reliable and hard-working people, we know. But could they be a little less boring and grumpy? That would be amazing. The good thing is, at least they are not ESTJ. Number 12, ESFJ. This type is usually very popular. The ESFJ is always eager to help. But all their good deeds only serve the purpose of gaining status and attention. They need a pat on the back, and they need it all the time. They are the opposite of independent. Which is neither good nor bad probably. But their traits make them needy, and very vulnerable to any criticism. And they can overwhelm other people with their attention. None of this is horrible though. Number 11, ISFJ. We think that most moms are ISFJ types. Maybe back in the day they used to be someone else, but when they became a mom, they magically turned into an ISFJ. They are absolutely dedicated to their loved ones, and will always care for them. They will cook and do laundry, they will go to the church and all that stuff. The ISFJ type is very altruistic, so that they often forget their own problems. We think they could need some more confidence. Is your mom an ISFJ? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, ISFP. ISFPs can be creative. For example, Rihanna is said to be an ISFP. But since the ISFPs are still S-types, the art they make will likely have a mechanical touch to it. We argue that intuition is very beneficial for creating art, and since sensing types have less of it, they will produce art that is fairly predictable. But the ISFPs are nevertheless likable people. Number 9, ESFP. The ESFPs are known for the show that they are constantly creating in their lives. There is so much show, and it is always so loud, that the ESFPs are sometimes tiring to be around. What bothers us most is that just like the other S-types, the ESFPs lack depth in everything they do. And they tend to be unfocused. ENFPs are also said to be unfocused, but at least they are trying to connect ideas and concepts, with a certain vision in mind. It seems like ESFPs do not have a vision. Number 8, ENTJ. We have now entered the intuitive types group. Up to this point, we have been rather underwhelmed by the lack of imagination of the previously mentioned types. All of the next types are intuitives. The ENTJ type is fairly rare. Which is probably a good thing. They can be pretty intimidating. Like Walter White, in the second half of Breaking Bad. They are dominant, cold and ruthless. We probably wouldn't want an ENTJ as an enemy. If they could chill for a second, that would be great. Number 7, ENFJ. ENFJs are pretty cool and okay. But they need other people's approval too much. They want to be seen as tolerant and reliable charmers. But they can also be too naive, and are risking becoming a doormat. We recommend that ENFJs should use their second function more, its introverted intuition. And who knows, maybe they will then turn into an INFJ. Just kidding. Number 6, INTP. INTPs have many intellectual resources. They can be nerdy sometimes, and they can also be cute. But they won't be too empathetic with you, because they are thinking types. Which means that when you come crying to them, you probably won't receive the emotional support you need. If you need emotional support, go to the ENFJ. If you need fun facts about ancient Japanese swords, stick with the INTP. Number 5, INTJ. INTJs are a double-edged sword. On the one hand they are genius. On the other hand they can be pretty ruthless. We can imagine good and humane scenarios involving an INTJ, but they generally give off a somewhat cold vibe. Still, they are great at finding solutions and they can make everything much more efficient. Being intuitive types, their intellect is also a major asset in any conversation. Still, we like the next few types even more. What do you think so far? Leave a comment. Number 4, INFJ. Are you surprised that the INFJ is not number 1 of this list? There is an INFJ stereotype out there that pictures them as the perfect type. Many people view INFJs as a healing unicorn that wants to save the world. This might be partly true, however INFJs are not as selfless as people believe. In fact, they are in their heads so much that they sometimes won't even listen to their closest friends. We don't think that INFJs are amazing listeners, as opposed to the popular opinion about them. However, they are genuinely compassionate and usually have good intentions. And they have a rich fantasy and a spectacular mind. And they can predict the future. Number 3, ENTP. We find ENTPs very refreshing. They can push the boundaries too much sometimes, but it is definitely intriguing to interact with them. The MBTI community thinks that the ENTP is basically the devil. We don't think it's true. When they flirt with you, they will likely throw insults at you and do awkward things. We think it's kind of sexy. What do you think about the ENTP type? Let us know. Number 2, ENFP. No surprises here. As we are ENFPs ourselves, we'll obviously like other ENFPs. ENFPs can be flaky at their worst, or change their mind about you and exit the friendship entirely. But it doesn't happen often. Some things about them look unpredictable, because they are coming from their introverted feeling, which operates on the inside. But one thing is for sure. It's always fun to interact with the ENFP, and they are welcoming personalities as well. And finally, number 1, INFP. As much as we would love to see the ENFP at the top of the list, we think the best type of all types is the INFP. You might have a different opinion, and it will likely be based on what you prioritize in people. We think the INFP type is the number 1. They are compassionate, creative, literate, and genuine. And they don't need a pat on the back for all this. Yes, you can be intelligent and at the same time consider other people's feelings. The INFP is probably the psychological pinnacle of the human evolution. So, that was our list. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree with the order of this list? Let us know in the comments. We're always happy about new insights. Your opinion matters to us. Also, please click the like button to motivate us on our creation journey, and you can count on plenty more videos in the future. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.